This is Myra Elaine on the Buying in Space channel. Today I'm going to read from the Torah. Last time I read from the Torah, I read part of the Torah that talked about Judah's descendants and his family. And Judah was a brother to Joseph. And he was paramount in the decision to sell his brother down the road. The Torah is upside down. It's easy to do because the Torah starts with Genesis, but this you would say is the back, but it's not. It's the front. And also, instead of reading this way, in Hebrew, you read this way. So it's kind of like manga. See, and the chapters are in Roman numerals. So that's 34. So I need to go to 39. There's 35. 37, where we started a new section, so I'm in the right vicinity. Here we go with 39. Okay, I know this is the right place. I only have one Torah, so I don't have a Torah off camera to read. This is Genesis chapter 39. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt. And Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, the captain of the guard, an Egyptian, brought him to the hands of the Ishmaelites, who had brought him down hither. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was thus in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And when his master saw the Lord was with him, and saw the Lord caused all that he did go proper in his hand, Joseph found grace in his eyes, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house, and all that had he put in his hand. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer of his house and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for the sake of Joseph. And the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he troubled himself not about aught he had, save the bread which he did not eat. And Joseph was handsome in form and handsome in appearance. And it came to pass after these things, his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, Lie with me. But he refused, and said unto his master's wife, Behold, my master knoweth not about what is with me in the house, and he hath committed all he hath unto my hand. There is none greater in the house than I, neither hath he withheld anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great evil and sin against God? And it came to pass, as she spoke to Joseph day by day, he hearkened not unto her to lie with her, to be with her. That it came to pass one particular day that he went into the house to do his work, and there was none of the men of the house therein. And she caught him by his garment, saying, Lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand, and fled, and went outside. And it came to pass that when she saw he had left his garment in her hand, and was fled forth, that she called unto the men of her house, and spoke unto them, saying, See, he hath brought unto me as a Hebrew man to have his sport with us. He came in with me to lie with me, and I cried in a loud voice. And it came to pass, he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried, and he lifted his garment with me, and fled, and went outside. And she laid his garment by her until his Lord came home. And she spoke to him accordingly with these words, saying, The Hebrew servant whom thou hast brought unto us came unto me to have his sport with me. And he came to pass, as I lifted up my voice and cried, that he lifted his garment with me and fled forth. And it came to pass, that when his master heard the words of his wife, which she spoke unto him, saying, After this manner hath thy servant done to me, that is, wrath was kindled. And Joseph's master took him and put him in prison, and placed where the king's prisoners were imprisoned, and he was there in prison. But the Lord was with Joseph, and caused him to find kindness, and gave him favor in the eyes of the superintendent of the prison. And the superintendent of the prison committed unto Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison, and whosoever they did there was done through him. The superintendent of the prison looked not after the least that was under his hand, because the Lord was with him, and that which he did the Lord made to prosper. So it seems like no matter what is done to Joseph, he is always winning and put in charge, because he's so charming and so confident and so reliable and so trustworthy. So no matter how far he's put down, he's lifted up. God is with him. And his father, his stepmother, and his brothers should have listened to him when he was a teenager and he told them that he would end up ruling over them. But instead, his brothers betrayed him out of jealousy. And we'll see what evil that causes in the future. Have a wonderful, blessed day, everyone.